Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Bokakadash, and Heavenly Father, true name is Yahweh, and His unbegotten Son, Bahashem, in the name of Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai. Those are the true names in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, the Lashmokadash tongue. And I say Barak Thumb to the elders and apostles, Wa'akim, Akbaf, and I say Shalom. And this is a sit-down lesson of the Joel, the book of Joel, chapter 2, verse 27. That's going to be the title of the sit-down lesson. And this is the prophet Joel, chapter 2, verse 27. And ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel. I am Yahweh, your power, and none else. My people shall not be ashamed. And this is the Heavenly Father speaking through prophet Joel. Because the Heavenly Father is in the midst of His people, the children of Israel, so-called blacks or Latinos and Native Americans, so-called black and indigenous people that makes up the tribes of Israel. Because they was the ones that have been discontinued from their heritage, their culture, their customs, their language. Now they have returned back to who they are as being Heavenly Father's chosen people. So He's in the midst of His people. Because the scriptures do say the Heavenly Father hadn't fully cast away His people. Yahweh forbid. So He's definitely in the midst of His people. Like it says in the book of Amos, the 3rd chapter. You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for your iniquities. So I'm bringing that out for edification's sake. So the Heavenly Father, He's in the midst of His people. Salakia. Yep, this is the book of Amos, chapter 3, and verse 1. It says, hear this word that Yahweh has spoken against you, O children of Israel. Right, this is the prophet Amos speaking to the children of Israel. It says, hear this word that Yahweh has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole families which I brought from the land of Egypt, saying, Amos 3 verse 2, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Right, so this is the Heavenly Father speaking through our forefather Amos. You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Right, so the Heavenly Father has only known His people from all the families of the earth. Because we know the Heavenly Father, He's the creator of everything, but He has chosen a specific people, which are the Israelites. It says, you only have I known of all the families of the earth, right? 18 plus different nations. He only chose Israel out of those 17 different nations. It says, you only have I known. Yep, you only have I known all the families of the earth. Therefore, right, because the table of nations, Genesis, the 10th chapter. It's because out of those 18 nations, the Heavenly Father chose one nation out of those 17 nations. It says, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Right, you only have known of all the families of the earth, for they will punish you for your iniquities. Because the Israelites committed sin and transgressed against the Most High Yahweh, still to this day. Now they slowly but surely start to return back unto Him. So He's in the midst of His people. So the Heavenly Father hadn't fully cast away His people, Yahweh forbid, because He's still in the midst of His people. Just like I brought up that Joel 2 verse 27, which I'm doing a sit-down lesson on it right now. Yep, this is the prophet Joel, chapter 2, and verse 27. And ye shall know I am in the midst of Israel, that I am Yahweh, your power, and none else. My people shall not be ashamed. Right, what's that? Psalms 96 verse 5. All the gods of the other nations are idols in the sight of Heavenly Father Yahweh. Right, none else but Himself, because Heavenly Father, He's the only true power on the planet Earth. It says, ye shall know that I'm in the midst of Israel, and I'm Yahweh, your power, and none else. And my people should not be ashamed. Right, the Heavenly Father people should not be ashamed, because He's in the midst of His people. Israelites, 12 tribes of Israel, so-called blacks and Latinos and Native Americans, and the Israelites have been scattered abroad this world too. That's why it says, Hosea chapter 1 verse 10, yet the number of the children of Israel should be a ascendancy, because He's coming back to restore the remnant of His people, the Israelites. So with that, hopefully this sit down, that was edifying the prophet Joel chapter 2 verse 27. And that was the title of the sit down lesson. So hopefully this was edifying. And with that, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wakar and the Heavenly Father. True name is Yahweh, and His unbegotten Son, Bahashem, in the name of Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai. Those are the true names in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, the Lashmadash, the Holy Tongue. And I said Barak Thumb to the elders and apostles, Wa'akim, Wa'akwa. Until next time, I will say Shalom.